If your feet burn, tingle, or feel hot the moment you lie down at night, and you've been told that it's just part of getting older or something you simply have to live with, I want you to pause for a moment because there's something very important you need to understand. In many cases, the discomfort people feel at night isn't random, and it isn't inevitable. It's often connected to small daily habits that slowly irritate the nerves without you even realizing it. And tonight, I'm going to walk you through 3 very common mistakes that I see over and over again in adults dealing with neuropathy. Mistakes that seem harmless, but can quietly make nighttime burning and tingling much worse. The good news is that once you recognize these habits, you can usually change them right away. And even small adjustments can lead to noticeably calmer, more comfortable nights. Many people actually tell me that bedtime has become the most frustrating part of their day. They feel exhausted, ready to sleep, but the moment they lie down, their feet suddenly feel like they're buzzing or on fire. They kick the blankets off, then they pull them back on. They rub their soles against the sheets, looking for relief. They check the clock and realize another hour has passed. Night after night, this steals their rest and leaves them drained the next morning. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone, and more importantly, you're not powerless. Hi, I'm Dr. Alan Brooks, and for years I've spoken with people who share the exact same frustration. They tell me their feet feel tolerable during the day, maybe a little numb, maybe slightly sensitive, but manageable. Then, nighttime arrives, everything gets quiet, they finally try to rest, and suddenly it feels like their feet are on fire. They toss and turn, rub their soles against the sheets, kick the blanket off, put it back on, and before they know it, hours have passed and they still can't sleep. Lack of sleep then makes the next day harder. Energy drops, mood drops, and the cycle just continues. What many of these people don't realize is that certain everyday behaviors can actually be aggravating those nerves all day long, so by the time they lie down, the nerves are already irritated and ready to scream. As we age, circulation naturally becomes less efficient. Tiny blood vessels that feed the nerves don't deliver oxygen and nutrients as easily as they once did. Blood sugar fluctuations, inflammation, and simple daily pressure on the feet can slowly irritate those delicate nerve endings. And when nerves don't get steady oxygen and support, they become more reactive. That's when normal sensations start to feel exaggerated, turning into burning, tingling, or electric feelings. So what happens at night isn't random. It's often the result of small stresses that have been building quietly all day. Let's talk about the first mistake, and it might surprise you because it seems so innocent. Walking barefoot on hard floors for long periods of time. I know many people love walking barefoot at home. It feels natural, comfortable, and convenient. But if you already have sensitive nerves, every step on tile, hardwood, or concrete sends small, repeated impacts through the feet. Over time, those impacts can irritate tissues and compress tiny nerve endings. Think of it like tapping the same spot on your arm over and over again all day. Eventually, it gets sore. Your feet experience something similar. I remember speaking with a woman in her late 60s who insisted she always walked barefoot because it felt healthier. But by the end of every evening, her feet were throbbing. Once she switched to soft cushioned slippers indoors, just for a week, she told me her feet felt noticeably calmer at night. Sometimes protection, not treatment, is what nerves really need. A simple pair of supportive indoor shoes can reduce that daily stress dramatically. The second mistake is skipping gentle movement and stretching before bed. When we sit for hours, whether watching television, reading, or using our phones, the muscles in our calves and feet tighten up. Tight muscles can restrict circulation and put pressure on the nerves that travel down into the feet. Poor circulation means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reaching those nerves. And when nerves don't get what they need, they become more sensitive and reactive. I often tell patients to think of circulation like a slow-moving stream. If the water barely flows, everything downstream suffers. But even light movement helps that stream move again. Spending just a few minutes stretching your calves, rotating your ankles, and lightly massaging your arches can help restore blood flow and relax those tissues. I've had patients who simply walked around their house for 2 minutes before bed and noticed their feet felt warmer and less tense almost immediately. It doesn't require intense exercise, just gentle, consistent motion to remind your body to circulate properly. The third mistake is relying only on surface solutions. This is something I see constantly. People try cream after cream, gel after gel, hoping the next one will finally be the miracle fix. And while some topical products may temporarily soothe the skin, they usually don't address what's happening deeper inside. Nerves are living tissue. They repair themselves slowly and depend on proper circulation and specific nutrients to stay healthy. If you only treat the surface, you're ignoring the foundation. It's like painting over a crack in the wall without fixing what caused the crack in the first place. The paint looks nice for a while, but the problem is still there underneath. That's why many of my patients eventually shift their focus towards supporting their nerves from the inside out. Instead of constantly chasing short-term relief, they add simple daily habits that help nourish the nerves over time. Things like staying hydrated, improving circulation, stretching regularly, and in many cases, adding a gentle daily nerve support formula with ingredients traditionally used to support healthy circulation and nerve comfort. Nothing complicated, just capsules with water. The key word here is consistency, not once in a while, every day, because nerves respond slowly and steadily, not instantly. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine your nerves like electrical wires in your home. When the insulation is strong and the current flows smoothly, everything works perfectly. But if the insulation becomes thin and fragile, the wires start misfiring. Lights flicker, things spark. That's similar to what irritated nerves feel like. They send mixed, exaggerated signals to your brain, signals that feel like burning, stabbing, or tingling. So the goal isn't to shut off the electricity completely. The goal is to protect and support the wiring, so it works smoothly again. That's what these small daily changes aim to do. So tonight, instead of repeating those same habits that might be making things worse, try this simple approach. Put on soft, supportive footwear in the evening. Spend 5 minutes stretching your calves and gently massaging your feet. Elevate them slightly when you rest. And consider adding consistent internal support rather than depending only on creams. These steps don't take much time, but together they create an environment where your nerves feel safer and calmer. I also recorded a short 5-minute presentation explaining exactly which nutrients support healthy nerve comfort and what I personally recommend my patients look for when choosing a daily formula. If you want to learn more about that, you can find the link in the description and the pinned comment below this video. Watch it when you're ready and see if it makes sense for you. But even if you don't click anything, please remember this. Small daily habits matter more than dramatic fixes. Your body responds to what you do consistently. Protect your feet, move them gently, support them from the inside, and give your nerves time to calm down. If this helped you, subscribe for more simple, practical tips. I share new videos regularly to help you stay comfortable, active, and confident on your feet. Take care of yourself, stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video.